And here it is, the next project. 1990 Stratos 285 Pro. First walk around here, not too bad. The seats are horrendous. However, the little casting seats are overall in pretty good shape. I think I can get those to clean up pretty nicely. The decks are super clean. The bottom definitely needs some work. Overall, guys, I think some soap, some elbow grease, and a brush, we can get this thing looking pretty good. Here's the main event. This thing is mint. 175 horsepower. I mean, this paint is just clean. Comes with the stainless turbo prop V6. When I bought this boat, I knew that this motor does not have spark. I don't know why. We'll be diving into that shortly and see if we can't figure out what's wrong with it. For now, just gonna take a look into this boat. Man, look at this carpet, guys. This is just clean. It's original 1990. This is the definition of all the bells and whistles. This first order of business, I'm not gonna put any work into cleaning this thing and making it look pretty until I know I got a good motor on it and I can get this motor running good. So let's figure out why this thing isn't sparking. Someone has been all up in this thing. Kill wires unattached, CDI completely disconnected. Looks like Handy Manny had a few too many garage pops one night and tried to get some work done on this thing. So let's get it all hooked up and see what we got. All right, we had no spark here, no spark on the port side either. This CDI box is brand new. This power pack, this is not from 1990, so we're gonna assume that this is okay. So my attention is now on the timer base and the stator. From white to black, we should have between 215 and 230 ohms. We've got 1,489. These are for the timer base, so we're gonna get a new trigger up in here and get it installed and see if that fixes our spark issue. All right, we've got our brand new timer base from CDI Electronics. And as you can see, we are now perfectly within that 215 to 230 range. So hopefully this fixes our issue. Guys, this flywheel's being a huge pain to get off. I really don't want to risk breaking the teeth on this thing. They are very expensive and extremely hard to get a new one for, so I'm gonna back this thing off and try to put it under the slip here. Try my best to protect the teeth on the flywheel. Bruh. Flywheel won this battle, but I'm gonna win the war. I know that the gear puller I got's not the right part, so we're gonna attack this thing hard tomorrow. Day number 2. Finally got the right gear puller on here. Gonna crank this up and see if we can't get this flywheel off. Flywheel is officially off. So now we have a good look at the stator here and the timer base underneath. That's what we need to get to. So let's pop this thing off here. Moment of truth. Woo! We officially have spark on all 6 cylinders now. I just went around and confirmed. The only thing left to do now is fire this thing up. Looks like we got a good running motor back here. I didn't leave it running very long, just trying to break it in easy. It's been sitting for 5 years. If you were in a coma for 5 years and the doctor woke you up and told you to run a marathon, you probably wouldn't be too happy about that either. So I'm gonna give it some time and then let it run long enough to make sure that the impeller is working and the thermostat's opening up and pumping good water. But I think we got a good running motor for right now. So next step, get this carpet cleaned up and get some new seats in this bad boy. We got this bench seat looking so much better, for the most part matching the bow and stern decks. We're not going to spend too much time on it because we are putting brand new seats on this thing. And here they are, brand spanking new Bass Boat seats. They're not installed yet. I'm still gonna scrub the main floor tomorrow, get it cleaned up really nice, so I don't want to get these all dirty, but I couldn't resist a quick little peek at what this is going to look like when it's all done. So I'm just super psyched tomorrow to get the rest of this thing cleaned up and get these seats installed and continue from there. So while I've been cleaning this thing, I've tried to start this motor up a couple more times, and I'm not happy with how long it's taking to start up, and you know, I'm just not really very satisfied with the way it's running at the moment. So I am going to service the carburetors on this motor. We're going to completely clean them out and see if they need a rebuild kit. I've been outside working on these carburetors for an hour or two now, and my neighbor must have actually sensed that I was in desperate need of a drink. He came out and surprised me with a couple shot glasses full of whiskey. So, you know, in situations like that, you just thank him for being an awesome neighbor. Don't ask stupid questions. Take the shot and get on with your day. Look at that. That is jellified gasoline mixed with mud and dirt. Look at that. So I've been working on cleaning this first carburetor still, and these seals are just brand new. I don't think these need rebuilt at all. These are new, so how did these carburetors get so dirty so quickly? You want to finish cleaning these out, and then I'm going to take a fuel sample and then look into the fuel filter and maybe put a new filter on there. Just look at the stuff in this carburetor. Bruh. Okay, these carburetors are officially clean and ready to go back on the outboard. Before I put those carbs back on the motor though, I really want to figure out why exactly all that gunked up fuel was getting in the carbs in the first place. It's possible that it just wasn't winterized properly and it just sat for years with gas in it. In that case, there isn't anything wrong with the fuel system, but I just want to make sure before I, you know, put these back on. I don't want to be spitting a bunch more crap back in my clean carburetors. All right, we got a fuel sample here, and I'm not seeing anything bad in here. I mean, this is good, clean two-stroke. There's nothing wrong with this. So I'm gonna say the fuel filter is fine, and I feel good about putting the carburetors back on and giving this another go. Okay, carburetors are back on, airbox on. I replaced the primer solenoid. And this thing is ready to fire up. This outboard is finally running really well. The only issue is that it's not pumping water, so I'm gonna need to replace the impeller and rebuild the water pump. But other than that, this thing is firing up. First turn, running perfectly, so very happy with that. Impeller's no big deal, I just ordered it. It'll be here in 2 days. That means I can just take the rest of tonight and tomorrow and finally get back to cleaning. So finished scrubbing all this carpet out, scrubbing the bottom, and installing my brand new seats. After that, we will be ready to take this out on the lake and catch some fish. It's late and I'm out of daylight, but I'm finally finished cleaning. This is looking immaculate. The floor, I know you can't see it, we'll take a look tomorrow, but it's looking a lot better. The front deck is also, you know, just super clean. Tomorrow we're gonna throw seats in this thing and get it ready for the water. Seats are officially in the boat, looking real good. Just fold these up, got your storage, flip them right back down. Also forgot to tell you guys, this thing came with 3 batteries. I replaced the starting battery just to make sure we have a good brand new battery in there, and we also have a 3-bank charger in there, so that's pretty cool. The only electrical work this boat needs is I'm gonna put a new bilge pump in it just to make sure it's got a brand new pump. No worries about that while we're on the water. Now let's hook this back up and make sure all the electrical components are working on the boat. All the electrical systems are in really good working order, so I'm gonna do a quick water pump impeller change. So let's pop this lower unit off. All right, water pump is off. The impeller doesn't look too damaged, but once these things get enough curvature on them after being so worn, it really limits the pickup power for water that these things have. Also, on the actual water pump housing, and inside this hole, there's something jammed in there that's blocking the water flow. And I don't know what it is, and I can't get it out, but good news is we are going to be completely replacing it with a brand new impeller and water pump. This job freaking sucks. That is the hardest bolt I've ever had to put back in, but we got it. It's still not pumping water. I am praying that I have a stuck thermostat. I will be both extremely happy and extremely sad if that's the case. Sad because I never even had to touch the water pump, but happy because it's a very easy fix. And yep, here it is. Jammed as it could ever be. Well, let's pull the thermostats and try to run it again. Bruh. And there you have it. 5-minute job. Don't have to take anything apart, nothing heavy. Quick, easy, cheap. Learn from me. Pull your thermostats first. New thermostats are on the way. They'll be here tomorrow, but for right now, let's go ahead and take this time to wire up our bilge pump. Bilge pump's ready to go, all wired up. While we're at it, the live well pump seems to be giving me kind of some issues, so we're gonna go ahead and get that fixed too. Well, what's that all about? That ain't right. We got a working bilge pump, working live wells, a working motor that pumps good water, got a nice clean boat, brand new seats, working trolling motor, everything's ready. Tomorrow we're gonna pop the thermostats in. After that, we're gonna test this thing out on the water and then get it sold. 2 brand new thermostats, let's pop them in. Thermostats are in. Let's fire it up one more time, see this nice water stream. Boat's ready to go, running real good. Let's get this thing out on the lake. Alright guys, we're on our way back home right now. Our sea trial failed kind of miserably. We lost forward gear, and then there's a little piece that connects the timer base to all like the carburetor linkage and stuff that had a crack on it. I didn't notice it when I was working on it originally, so I think I need to adjust my shifting cables. So shifting fine in the driveway, but for some reason they got messed around out here. And then also replace that part. It's no big deal, it's part of the process. Just need a couple small adjustments, small parts, and then we will be ready to get right back out there. All right, time to talk about good news. The outboard fired right up. That was great, pumps great water. Boat has no leaks, floats great, everything works. Just a $10 piece of plastic causing a whole bunch of trouble. So we'll get it fixed and get it right back out there. All right, we are back with the part we needed, plastic ball joint. Let's pop that on and adjust our shift cables. All right, we got our plastic ball joint back up on here, connecting to the carb linkage to the timer base. And also, the shift cables were actually completely messed up, the shift cable and the throttle cable. And that was 100% my fault. When I had to take everything apart and pull the carbs off, I did not put them back on the right way. I was sleeping. So, these are on correctly now, finally. And leg trial part 2. Got some backup with me. What do you think, bud?
Looking good.
We got forward gear. We got forward gear.